Hello friends, I am Shivaji Walke. In today's session of Agro-Tourism, we are going to learn about Environment Protection Act 1986 or EPA 1986. E for Environment, P for Protection and A for Act. Why this act only? Because our agro-tourism are concerned about the environments, and for the purpose of protecting the environment from the various agro-tourism activities, this act is an importance. So like this act, there are so many acts like the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, then the Forest Conservation Act and Rules 1981, then Hazardous Waste Management and Handling Rules 1989, then the Public Literacy Insurance Act 1991. There are so many acts related to the environments, but within this Environment Protection Act is an importance. So first we will begin with background of this act. To provide for the protection and improvement of environment and for matter concerned with the environment, this act is an importance. For the purpose of protections and improvement of environments, this act is an importance. So main motto behind this act is an providing the protections and improvement in environments. Then under the background of this act, the decisions were taken at the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held at Stockholm in June 1972, in which India were also participated to take appropriate steps for the protections and environment of human environments. Okay, in the year of June 1972 at Stockholm, one conference was held, namely United Nations Conference, for the purpose of taking the various appropriate steps for the purpose of protection and improvement in environments. So this conference mainly held for this purpose, and in that conference India were also participated. That's why the India came with this acts. But again, you might be remember in the year of 1984, one of the gas tragedy at the Bhopal. Okay, Bhopal gas tragedy. So after that, India took the various serious steps against this environment, for the environment protections. Hence, in the year of 1986, this act came. Then it considers the necessary further to the implement and the decisions effort is so far as they relate to the protection and improvement of the environment and the prevention of hazards to the human being and other living creatures, plants and properties. So this act is mainly concerned for the protection and improvement of the environment and the preservations of hazardous and human beings and other living creatures and plant and protections from the various human hazardous things or various environmental hazardous things. Then what are the objective of this act? So first one, to protect the forest and wildlife in the country, to protect the forest and wildlife in India. Then second one, to improve the quality of life by protection of environment, to improve the quality lives, okay, by providing the clean air or clean water or clean soil without minimum noise. So it provide it improve the quality of life by protecting the environment. Then to coordinate and activities of the various regulatory agencies already in existence. So it also focuses on the coordinate and various activities related to the regulation of the environments. Then to appoint environment officers to check the environment pollutions. So because of this acts, this act appointed the environment officers or environment gazetted officers for the purpose of checking the environmental pollutions from that particular industry or any units. Then establishing environmental laboratories. They have also established the various laboratories for the purpose of checking the pollutions in a various things, like in a waters, in a soils, in a ears, or in a noise also, in a noise way also. Then what are the different source of pollutions or the causes for the pollutions? So first one at the very top, that is constructions. Okay, building constructions or dam constructions, these are also reasons for the pollutions. Then mining industries, okay, digging up the earth or mining of the earth, and conducting the various operations like coal minings or the crude oil minings. Through this operation also there is a chance to be pollutions. Then combustions, it means the due to the taking fire catchings operations. Then the various agricultural practices like the burning up the crop residues, then this spraying of chemicals on the crops. Okay, due to this these are the some reasons for the pollutions. Then chemical plants, due to the various chemical industry plants. Okay, then coal fired power plants, due to the coal fire plants which release the too much amount in a CO2 in a years. Then various oil refineries, then petrochemicals plants and nuclear wastes. These are also sources for the pollutions. Then large livestock farms from dairy cows, pigs, poultries, and etc. Okay, even dairy cows or cow does also release the methane gas in the ears. So this also causes the pollutions. Then the various PVC factories, plastic factories, and other heavy industries are increasing the pollutions in the nations. So okay, so these are the some sources for the pollutions, or this also called as a pollutant. Then various definitions as per this act. So first one, what is an environment? Environment include water, air, land, and other interrelationships which exist among the between water, air, and lands and human beings and other living creatures, plants, microorganisms, and other properties. So environment is simply we can say surrounding natures. Okay, it also include water, air, lands, then the various living creatures, plants, microorganisms, then the various properties, human beings. Okay, these are the concern about the environment. Then environmental pollutant, it means any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance present in a such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to the environment or injurious to the health of humans or animals. Okay, presence of this solid, liquid, or gaseous substances in the environment, and which leads for the pollutions. Okay, or the things which are causing the pollutions are called as pollutant. Then environmental pollutions, it means the presence of the environmental of any environmental pollutant. Okay, presence of any environment pollutant things, okay, in a environment is called as environment pollutions, or the presence of this solid, liquid, or gaseous forms or gaseous hazardous things in a environment. Then so these are the above features of this act. Okay, so first one, what is the power of the central government in this EPA Act? So central government shall have the power to take all such measures as the deems necessary or the expedient to the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of environment. So the central government is concerned for the purpose of protecting and improving the quality of the environment. Then along with these functions, there are coordinating of the actions by the state government officers and other authorities related to the environment protections. Then planning and execution of nationwide programs for the preventions and control and abatement of environment pollutions. So they plan or they take the various steps for the purpose of checking the pollutions, or they design the various programs for the purpose of creating the awareness or the minimizing the pollutions. Then laying down the standards for the quality of environment in its various aspects and for emissions and discharge of environment pollutants. So they laid down, or they establish the standards for quality of environments, means the presence of waste materials, maximum material presence of hazardous materials in waters, or presence of gases in waters, or how much any industries can release the gases into years. Okay, so likewise they have laid down or established the various standards for environments. Then examinations. So they examines of such a manufacturing process, materials and substances which are likely to cause the environment pollutions. So they examine the various manufacturing process or various materials or substances or any kind of gas or any other things for the purpose of which are causing the environment pollutions. Then conducting the inspections and any premises in your industrial plants, then equipment, machineries, manufacturing and other process and material and substances. So they conduct the inspections for the purpose of to knowing the environment pollutions, or to knowing the what are the various pollutant present in the environment. Then establishment or recognition of environment laboratories and institutions. They have established the various laboratories at the country part. Then collection and dissemination of information in respect of matters related to the environment pollutions. So they collect and disseminate the informations, that is creating the awareness within the publics about the environment pollutions or about the protecting of environment. Then this central government having appointed the various bodies at a state level and even also central level also. First we will say at a state levels. So state level they have established state pollution boards. So these state pollution boards considers are the content chairpersons, then representative from state government, not more than 5, then representative from local bodies, not more than 5, then representative from various companies, corporates or various industries which are controlled by the state governments, then representative from various agricultural fields, then for fishery fields or any industrial or trade fields. Then it also having member secretaries who perform the full-time duties. Then next one, that is central board. Okay, this central government have appointed two bodies at a state levels and at a central levels. Okay, so central level board consists chairperson, then the representative from central government, then representative from various state government, then representative from various companies or corporations which are owned by central government, then representative from agricultural, fishery or any industry sectors, then member secretaries at a full times. Then what are the rules to regulate environments? What are the rules to regulate, or what are the rules to protect the environment? The central government may be notification on the official gazette, may make a rules in respect of all or any of the matters are referred to the section 3 of this act. So they have appointed one officer or central government in this official gazette, and that person or this gazette will take care of the matters which are concerned about the section 3 of this Environment Protection Act. Then the standard of quality of air, water and soil for the various areas, various purpose. So they check the quality of air, water and soils from the various area and various purpose. Then the maximum allowable limit of concentrations of various environment pollutants. So they fix the various limits or maximum limit of the various pollution present in the air, waters and soils. Then to the continuation of rules, the procedures and safeguard for the handling of hazardous substances. They have defined the procedure for the discharge or the decomposition of these hazardous substances which are present in the environment. Then the prohibitions and restrictions on the handling of the various hazardous substances or which may lead to the heaviest hazardous things to the environments. Then the procedures and the safeguard for the preventions of the accidents which may cause the environment pollutions and for the providing for the remedial measure for the such accidents. So they have defined the process and safeguard the various accidental things or which also lead to the various pollutions in nature. Then prevention, control and abatement of this act. What is an prevention, control and abatement? The person carrying on industry operations or anyone's not to allow the emissions or discharge of environmental pollutant in excess of the standards. So this central government or these pollution officers or pollution boards that define the limit for the or define the standard for the emissions of the pollutants. So any person or any industry can't exceed this limit. Then the person should handling hazardous substance to comply with an procedural safeguards. So if there is any hazardous things or hazardous substance like a mercuries or any kind of hazardous gases like a isocyanides, okay, for this purpose these boards having defined the process for the performing the various process or the functions or even disposal also. Then furnishing of informations to the authorities and agencies in a certain cases. So it provide the informations to the various authorities or to the various departments related to the environment. Then power of entry and inspections. They can conduct the inspection at any time at any industrial units, even your agro-tourism center also. Then power to take the samples procedure to allow to be followed in a connections with their weights. So they have power to take samples and go for the sample checkings. Then they have setting various environmental laboratories for the purpose of checking the environment pollutions. Then what are the different laboratories or main laboratories which are taking care for the environmental pollutions? So first one, central laboratories under the Maharashtra Pollution Control Board. Okay, remember this short form also, Maharashtra Pollution Control Board. Okay, Maharashtra Pollution Control Boards at Navi Mumbai. Then another central laboratories at Mumbai. Then environmental survey laboratories at Nuclear Power Corporations at Thane. Then environmental survey laboratories and health and physics divisions, Bhawan Atomic Research Centers at Mumbai. Then chemical laboratories at Nagpur. So these are the various laboratories which are situated in Maharashtra for the purpose of checking the pollutions things. Then function of environmental laboratories. What kind of functions they are performed by these laboratories? So first one, to evoke standard method for the sampling and analysis of the various types of environmental pollutions or pollutants. So they take the various samples from the various industrial or various units for the purpose of checking the various environmental pollutant. Then to analyze the samples sent by the central government or the different officers employed under the subsection of 1 and section 11 under this acts. So they have power for the analyze the samples by the central government also. Then to carry out the such investigations as may directed by the central government to lay down the standards for the quality of the environment and discharge of environment pollutant to the monitor and enforce the standards laid down. So they carried out the investigations of functions. Okay, for this purpose they can take the samples from the various industrial units. Then to send the periodical reports regarding its activity to the central governments. To take the various reports or various reports means the number of samples checked in that laboratories, or the number of unit which causing the more pollutions, okay, or the quality of air quality index, likewise information providing to the central government or even state government also. Then to carry out the such other functions as may be entrusted to them by the central government from the time to times, and carrying out the various other functions also. Then what is an penalty if any industry or any agro-tourism owners or any person is finding that he is causing the more pollution than as more than the standard fixed by these boards, then he can get the 5 years punishment. Then with an fine may be extended to the 1 lakh rupees up to the 5 years punishments, and even with that punishments he need to pay the up to the 1 lakh rupees amount. So this is about the whole today's sessions. Now what we learn today? Today we have seen about Environment Protection Act 1986. This act is only concerned for the protecting and improvement of the environment. Okay, why this act initiated by the government? Because the Indian government have participated at the National Human Conference at Stockholm in the year of 1972. Even also after the Bhopal caste tragedy, government forced for this act. Then why this act? This act is mainly looking for the protecting and preventing the environmental pollutions, then creating the awareness within the peoples, then taking the samples from the various laboratories, then they coordinate various activities to the various regulatory agencies or various regulatory bodies. Then they for the purpose of appointing the environmental officers, for the purpose of checking the various pollutions things and establishing the laboratories. So this is about the whole today's sessions. I hope you understand. If not, please ask me. Thank you.